On to the next one. College football quarterfinals has passed us. Let's get into some of these games, bro. First game, we saw this game on Tuesday. This game started
Quarterfinals.
it off. The quarterfinals, this game started it off. Penn State versus Boise State. Penn State wins 31-17. No, 31-14, if I'm not mistaken. They beat Boise State convincingly. Boise State tried to keep it in. They tried to stay close, but eventually the powers that be, and it's levels to this. Penn State showed you why they're a Power 5 school and why Boise State's not nowhere near that, and they won the game, so they're on to the semifinals. What's your thoughts on the game, bro? Penn State and Boise.
Well, first of all, James. Well, James Franklin. I want to say shout out to him for the reason that for a reason that I say that we get on his ass too much about winning big games, and in a particular time, and the big game came up, he showed up and showed out. You easily get the defense to stop, or no, not stop, contain Genty, and managed to get him 127 when he really get like damn near 200. You contain him, you make the quarterback throw, and even though the quarterback was throwing some downs, but it wasn't enough. So you capitalize that and use your defense to stop him at certain moments. Use your offense, Drew Aller throwing the ball, making timely throws, receivers getting in stride. Oh my gosh, I'm like, you dominated Boise by neutralizing the run game and then forcing the quarterback to throw. And you just neutralized them all together. Like basically they all click on all cylinders. They all both sides of the ball from Penn State was amazing. From the O line, D line, from the secondary, from the special teams, all that shit. So congratulations to them. Shout out to them for beating Boise State. Boise State, they really had a good team. They deserve to be in. Even though when they Genty stopped, the quarterback was shocking me. He was throwing downs. I'm thinking the quarterback sucked. This man throwing downs and shit, making shit happen. I'm like, okay, maybe this dude he really got an arm and some accuracy. But then again, Penn State was too overpowered, and that's how it went. So shout out to Penn State. Shout out to you, James Franklin. You got another game, another big game, and this gonna test. This is your big test. The first one, yeah, I give you that. Big game, first round. You just coming off of beating SMU. All right, cool. SMU Boise State, a bye team, and you did that. Now the real test is this North.
Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna see that game, but yeah, bro. I think Boise State they were just overpowered by Penn State, bro. Boise State they were one of the best. They were one of the best rushing defenses in the college football. They couldn't stop the running game. Singleton ran all over them, and that's one that they couldn't stop the run game. They couldn't stop the passing game on critical moments, on critical downs. They couldn't stop it, bro. And I just think they just had a hard task. They had a hard task to stop them two dudes, bro. When it come to Aller and Singletary. And they couldn't stop the quarterback or the running back, and both of them had a field day. And Ashton Genty couldn't get nothing going. He had like one big run for like 30 yards. But besides that, bro, they really shut him down, bro. I mean, he did rush for 100 yards, but if you watch that game, bro, he couldn't really get nothing going consistently, bro. And a lot of time, Ashton Genty, he one of those dudes where he'll get hit and he'll bounce off and go off and rush for another little 15, 20 before he get tackled. Every time he got hit, bro. One thing I saw with Penn State, that it was a lot of group tackling, bro. A lot of other teams, they had one dude to hit, and they'll wait. Then he'll bounce off, and while you waiting, that split second, he bounce off and score. Penn State wasn't waiting. One dude hit, another dude hit. One dude hit, another dude. They were group tackling, and Penn State and Boise State couldn't stop it, bro. The O-line really wasn't that good either, bro. It ain't like the O-line ain't that good. When we talk about Midwest standards, they're good. But when they're talking about overall FBS standards, they're kind of average. So, Penn State deserved to win, and shout out to them. Next game, we got to get into it, bro. A great game in Atlanta. Atlanta been having some great games this year, bro. All the games in Atlanta been good, especially when it comes to college football. We had Arizona State lose to Texas 39-31 in a great game. Great Chick-fil-A Bowl game. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
My thoughts on that game is, Coach, why do you send 5 folks in the box to blitz on 4th and 10 with Quinn Ewers with a gunner helm as a tight end in that slot or whatever position he was in when he got off and went in the middle. I'm like, oh my god, like they had the game. Like at first half, we thought it was done. Texas was too overpowerful, but no, the defense, cornerback for Ohio, not Ohio State, but the cornerback that was suspended from the last game for a targeting call, suspended first half of the game. He came back, started making key plays. Momentum became switching towards Arizona State. They making defensive stops. They get the Quinn. They touching him up. I think he threw an interception that kind of gave him more life too. And then they came from a 24-8 deficit and tied the game up with Scatterboo just doing everything. I'm talking about fucking everything. Like if they couldn't get the pass game going, Scatterboo throwing for a 40-yard game. I'm like, this motherfucker really got an arm. I'm like, hold up, 40 yards plus. I'm like, okay, he throwing the passes, he running the ball, he receiving the ball. I'm like, he's doing everything. Even though the quarterback Levitt, I'm not gonna say he's fine, man. He's all right, but like he tried to get shit going, even though he used his legs. But even though the legs started to tire him out, he couldn't get that going. But Scatterboo said, "Fuck it, give it to me," and he kept carrying the team. And then defense got a spark on the second half. They put up points. They stopping the real they stopped Texas rushing game. Now that I peeped because I expected Wiseman and Fort to just run all over them, but they shut that shit down. Both Fort
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Wiseman. So now run game goes now Quinn. They don't want to go to Quinn. They want to go to Archie. But they said we'll go with Quinn and he looking iffy. Throwing some suspect ass throws. I'm like, what the fuck you doing, Ears? Like, what the fuck is that? But then they caught up, OT. The kicker, I don't know what the fuck's in you. Like, you missed one, okay, cool. The second one was a potential game winner. The coach went up to him, tried to settle you down, like, hey, you got this. Let's win this game. Let's go on to Miami. Motherfucker missed again. I'm like, bro, this monumental pressure. They go into OT, Scatterboo. He from the 5-yard line, bring them 10 yards while 3-4 dudes on him, still pushing them towards the damn end zone. That's some fire shit. Then the Texans on the other hand, they fuck around. It was a play where I want to say it wasn't Isaiah Bond, it was somebody else on the go route, and then and got the touchdown. Then when it was Scatterboo, not Scatterboo, but it was Arizona time to score. They didn't. I mean, they did score, but they did, but they didn't at the same time. But then on another play where it was tied up, and then Texas had the ball, bro. They had him at 4th and 10. The head coach sends 5 folks to blitz. Why? It's like they left 5 folks to blitz, so the middle of the field is all automatically open. So I'm like, bro, are you dependent on the defense to get the Quinn Ewers and sack him, or at least try to throw it out of bounds? Which I'm pretty sure he's not gonna throw it out of bounds. He's gonna try to throw a Hail Mary, but you send 5. That space behind him is open. So you basically letting either the tight end on the right or the receiver on the left to at least get in that space, but to get open. But you needed a touchdown. So for them to like just blow that and him to let Gunner go all the way up the middle and in the end zone and get that touchdown, that's what killed me, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all had him right fucking there. And coach did that boneheaded ass play and send 5 instead of just having 3 up there and having everybody just back man to man, everybody. Because he got to get a touchdown. Make him earn the touchdown. But it was a good game whatsoever. It was a questionable targeting call that could have went Arizona way, but still, even after that, Arizona still had a chance to win the game, but the coach fucking blew it with that play call. But congrats to Arizona State. You took it to Arizona. You took it to Texas, which is a former Big 12 team. So there's no shock to why they were sticking with them because they're not an SEC team yet, even though they played some SEC teams. But they're still fresh off that Big 12 shit. So they get a taste of the SEC competition. They adjust and so on. But like Arizona State deserved to be there. They got a squad, and I hope they all come back because that team right there is something scared with Scatterboo, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think Arizona, bro, they was close. I think the game came down to that 4th and 8 on the first overtime with Texas having the ball, bro. All they had to do was stop Texas, bro. You cannot leave you cannot leave the middle of the field wide open, bro. And when you leave the middle of the field wide open, bro, you're bound to get scored on because that's the first thing a quarterback's gonna look at is the middle of the field. When you leave you're letting a wide receiver do a post route into the field, and you're already in the red zone, bro. It's 4th and 8. Just one stop, the game is over with. And they couldn't do it, bro. They had a great game plan. I think the quarterback, if he play a little bit better, bro, they win the game, in my opinion, bro. I think we give him too much credit. You got people saying that, oh, he had a great game. He's going to be NFL talent. No, bro. He need to play better. He needed to play better, bro. Like, watching that whole game, bro, he didn't keep him in the game. Scatterboo kept him in the game, bro. It's just like Ashton Genty. Ashton Genty quarterback, in my opinion, yes, he threw some darts. But what was them darts at all season? Same thing with Scatterboo. The quarterback, he been straight. But he ain't been the face of the team. The face of the team has been the running back, Scatterboo, bro. Scatterboo had a great game and all that. But like I say, bro, Texas is supposed to win that game, just like Penn State was supposed to beat Boise State, bro. Arizona had a chance, but at the end of the day, we all knew that Texas was a team that once they leave that stadium, they should leave with a W. And they did do that. They did what they were supposed to do because that was the odds. The odds had them winning by 2 touchdowns. Arizona kept it interesting and made it a great game. But at the end of the day, I expected Texas to win the game no matter what anyway because they should. There's no reason that Steve Sarkisian should lose this game, bro. Now, Steve he did some stupid shit. Like, why are we running the ball and the clock is going down? Why are we running the ball and the clock is 2nd and 5 and we're running the ball on 2nd and 5 with like 40 seconds left on the clock? Why are we not running the ball down the field, letting the clock run out, and making sure our kicker is close enough so he can make the field goal? So now we're not wanting him to make a 48-yard field goal. Now he just got to make a 40-yard field goal. Now he did miss a 30-yard field goal later on in that game, but besides that, as a team though, you want to make sure your kicker is closest. You can get the closest you can get to make the kick easier for your kicker, to make the field goal easier. Texas ain't do that, bro, which almost cost them the game. Now they won it because Quinn Ewers and the wide receivers, they did their thing in the second overtime. And I just think the play call in Arizona in that second overtime was just trash and garbage, and it cost them the game, bro. If I'm going to lose the game, every play is going to Scatterboo. Until they can stop Scatterboo, bro, that's what I'm going to do. But they didn't do that. It cost them the game, and now Arizona going back home empty-handed, and we'll see Texas in Texas because they're going to be in the Outback Bowl. Next game, bro, let's get into this Rose Bowl. Number 1 Oregon gets demolished 41-21 by the number 8 seed in Ohio State, bro. I'm going to give you my opinion first. You give you a second, then we'll go to the last one. My opinion, bro, is simple. The Jeremiah Smith kid, if he declared for the draft right now, he's the best wide receiver. He'll go number 1 out of all the wide receivers. He'll be the first wide receiver picked up no matter what draft he go in. This year, last year, he'd have been number 1 pick. He's his body type and everything, bro. He's just a beast. He's a breed. You can't put him man-to-man coverage. He gonna dominate you, bro. He understands zone coverage and all that, bro. He can sit in zone. He understands. Let me sit right here. He just understands everything, bro. If a linebacker do this, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put myself right here. He understands football, bro. This kid is only 17, 18 years old playing like this. We talk about Ryan Williams. He doing what Ryan Williams doing times 20. Add some more steroids to that. Add 4 or 5 steroid pills to that, bro. But it just been dominating all year, bro. And Oregon had no answer for him. And what ended up happening is, since Oregon feared him so much because he was dominating them so early, it opened up the offense. And where Howard was basically on the field, he was having a field day on Oregon, bro. Now Oregon tried to come back in that second half, but they were down so much to where the only way they could come back, every time they got the ball, they had to score. And when they got the ball in halftime, they scored their first touchdown in it, but they didn't score a second touchdown, third. And I just felt like the momentum in that game, bro, was dying out for them. And they just lost hope, bro. I feel like after they scored their first touchdown, they made like 15-34. They lost hope, bro. They lost hope because once Ohio State scored again, I just feel like Oregon was just like, let's just play not to look bad. Let's just play for effort. And it seemed like once they got 40 put on them, they were playing for just effort, bro. And Dan Lanning, in my opinion, bro, it just seemed like they wasn't prepared, bro, and they got hit in the mouth. And so better luck next year for them, bro. What's your thoughts on the game?
Jeremiah Smith is fucking good. I'm like, this motherfucker don't miss. Like fuck. Like, you know how good you gotta be when sports books don't even put your name on the fucking props because they know you're gonna fucking get the yards. That's that damn good. Like I think it was the first play Jeremiah just got off. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Butt naked ass open. I'm like, how? And I'm like, how just dropping down. Like this is a revenge game, but I know like he was just tearing that ass up. Like like you said, they fear Jeremiah so much to open the offense up. Soon as they try to double or triple team Jeremiah, he could be Booker. I'm like, bro, they was getting told out the frame, bro. I'm like, damn, like for y'all to be number one seed and do this is crazy. And it was insane because they had no answer to both Ibuka or Jeremiah Smith or the running backs or the other receiver. I'm like, bro, they just tearing y'all up. And then they could get nothing going. Defense was shutting their ass down. Like, oh no. Dylan Gabriel couldn't get nothing going. Ted Johnson, he can't get no catches. They had him on locks. That the running game on that shit was shut down. I was like, fuck, like, damn, like it wasn't their day. Just like Dan Lennon said, it just wasn't their day. And that was insane. I'm like, it was a road boy. Everybody expected that rematch of the Big Ten. No, rematch of the last game that happened. But now it's like, where the fuck was the Oregon Ducks that game? It's not the Oregon Ducks that we were seeing dominate the whole season undefeated. Like I don't know what happened to them, but that shit is crazy. But they dominated Oregon from both sides and special teams and all this shit, bro. It's like straight domination. They got a revenge game. So they basically told them, bro, the reason why y'all got lucky because of that little loophole. Then the next game we whooped y'all ass. So talk that shit now. Now, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just got in this shit, bro. Like, stop playing. You gotta live, bro. We own the Big Ten. Even though you won a little shit, but we own this shit. And they let them know in the playoffs what it mattered most.
Yeah. Let's get to the next one. Last game, Notre Dame, Georgia. Notre Dame goes in New Orleans, comes out of New Orleans with a W on to the semifinals. In the Orange Bowl, they beat Georgia, number 2 seed, 23-10. Give you my thoughts, then you can end the show off with yours. Bro, I just think Notre Dame just got Georgia at one of the worst times. And Georgia lost, bro. I just think if Carson Beck play, Georgia wins. I know a lot of fans thought, Scott, yeah, whatever I'm gonna call him, Gunner. They thought the Gunner kid was gonna come out there and just dominate, like, oh, he can run, he can do something Carson Beck can't do. Well, brother, when somebody just put you out in the game, middle of the game, sometimes your adrenaline can help you. It benefits you though, because you're probably not gonna make mistakes, especially when you're just running the ball around and the head coach gonna keep the offense simple for you. But then when a team is game planned around you and against you, it's different, bro. When you're coming in as a backup in the game, it's different. It's playing the whole game as a starter. And we saw that, bro. It's levels to this, bro. And having Carson Beck out there, we probably would have won that game, bro. Because in reality, bro, Georgia wasn't that bad, bro. Georgia gave up a touchdown ending the second half. Then they gave up the touchdown to start the second half. You feel what I'm saying? They gave up a touchdown to end the second quarter. Then you give up a touchdown starting the third quarter. Besides those two touchdowns, bro, Georgia was in the game the whole time. If you really watch it, if you really watch the game, there's no way you think, oh, Notre Dame was a superior team, because they really wasn't. Notre Dame wasn't. Riley only threw for 90 yards.
And ran for 80.
Yeah, he ain't really do nothing, bro, for real, bro. It's just Georgia could not score. And when you cannot score, it's going to be tough for you, because now you're putting on your defense to make sure the other team don't score. And it don't work like that. At the end of the day, if Georgia don't give up those two touchdowns, bro, Georgia win the game. Or the game is closer than what it was, bro. But since they didn't do that and they could not respond to when Notre Dame was scoring, bro, it cost you the game, bro. Then you tried to do a late comeback and it didn't work, bro, because Notre Dame was too far. It was too far gone on you already. So Georgia, to me, bro, they just couldn't respond to Notre Dame when Notre Dame was scoring, bro. The defense tried to keep it close, but like I say, when your offense is not doing nothing, they're the whole game they're consistently bad. It's hard for you to capitalize off that or try to erase that because if your offense playing bad, they might put you in bad field position. Now all the team got to go is 50 yards. They already at the 50 or they already at the 40. Now they only got to go 30, 40 yards to score on you, bro. They're not your offense ain't putting you in a position where a team got to go 80 yards, 70 yards down the field to beat you. They only got to go 40 and 30. And they put your defense in bad field position. The defense, they get a stop, and 3 minutes later, they back out there. Like, your defense can't even rest because your offense ain't getting nothing. The offense, they can't take advantage of the momentum. And so, like I say, it is what it is for Georgia, bro. Better luck next year, bro. Hopefully, the Stockton kid, the Gunner Stockton kid, he probably is good, bro. You know what I'm saying? We really don't know, bro. I ain't going to judge him off one game, but it's obvious that if Carson Beck was in that game to me is a lot closer, and it gives Georgia a better opportunity to win.